Da-da-da-da-da. Hey guys! Hi there! Hello! Welcome to the glare that is my glasses. Should I talk like this? I think I age all of 10 years by doing that. We're not gonna do that. Alright, hey there. So yeah, I have been learning Chinese, and I say that guiltily, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I've been learning Chinese, simplified Mandarin Chinese for about, whatever, year and a half, something like that. And before that, I spent a lot of time teaching language, teaching writing, teaching communication. You name it. My favorite population, believe it or not, were late teenagers. Sort of last year of high school or between high school and university or first year of university. A challenging population because some folks think that they know everything at that age and some folks are just sponges as far as experience goes. But all in all, I find young adults really, really, really interesting to teach and really interesting to talk to. And generally speaking, I don't really come in contact with that age group outside of the classroom. So I found them really fascinating to talk to. And to talk to over a period of time while they're being exposed to so many different things, especially at the university level. Watching people go through their first semester of university is equally painful and wonderful. Watching people grow that quickly in that short period of time is really, really inspiring. And I'm not just saying because of my class. Put my class aside. Just watching them go through their own classes, watching them navigate time management, and people skills in working in so many different groups in their classes and navigating geographically, getting around campus, getting around the city, cooking for themselves. I mean, so many different things. I find it really, really fascinating. And I feel like I've gone slightly off track here, so I'm going to go back to my list. Among all this teaching stuff that I did in the past 15 years, what I've noticed is when I teach Europeans time and time again, I notice that Dutch and German people, the Dutch and the Germans, have an amazing ability for language. And I want to hone in on the Dutch because I so rarely get Dutch people in my language learning classes as adults. I usually end up talking to them outside of the language learning experience, classroom language learning experience. I generally talk to them when I'm traveling, or at least I used to. I don't see many Dutch people anymore because I've got a serious bubble going on in Shanghai right now, and I just realized that. But when I did travel and speak to a lot of Dutch people, their English and other languages were just phenomenal. And here's my question. It's going to be multifold because that's what I do. Are you Dutch? Can I talk to you about how you learn languages? Super massive extra points if you have learned or are learning Chinese, because that fits into a podcast and we can have that conversation over there. Okay. Do you know any Dutch people? Have you taught language in the Dutch system? I'm guessing my questions are mostly in the K through 12 language learning environment. There's something that's done in the Netherlands in that environment that produces this large population of people who seem not only not intimidated by learning languages, but capable of picking up sounds and blends and natural speech in different languages that the rest of us sound like textbooks when we're learning them, and yet they sound ridiculously natural. Even if their language learning ability is not super high, what they do say sounds like they learned it in that place, even if they've never been to a place that uses that language. What is that? So I've always wanted to research what's done in the Dutch education system that gets such a high percentage of their population up to this degree of proficiency in a variety of other languages. Now, am I saying that every Dutch person speaks like 5 languages fluently with no problem sounding like a native speaker, blah, 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 blah? No, of course not. That's a ridiculous statement. What I'm saying is, of all the people I've met throughout the years that have learned languages, whether it be formally or informally, whether it be one or many languages, I want to say by far the best sounding, most comfortable with other languages group has been the Dutch people I have met. And I don't know where that fits into all of my language learning projects, but it's on my list because I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking, what are they doing? What are they doing over there that we're not doing elsewhere? I truly believe that adults can learn languages. Although this N of 1 is still working on it, I do believe we can. But they're tackling the problem. It's not even a problem. They're tackling the skill early on in life in a way that seems to work more than I've ever seen it work. And I want to get to the heart of that, and I'm not sure how. That sounds like a very big project that I do not have time or context for. So I'm putting it in your guys' hands. Do you know anybody that I can talk to who has worked within the primary and secondary school system in the Netherlands? Have you studied in that environment? Blah, 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 blah. Again, I'm not sure conversation-wise where that fits into any of my projects, but this has been this has been a question that has bugged me for a really long time. And I'm very, very curious. I'm also curious if they're teaching Chinese in the Netherlands, which, I mean, it's a language that's taught in a lot of places now, so I'm guessing they are. And that almost makes me want to go and take some classes over there. I don't know. I'm very, very, very curious. So I'll leave this in your hands. Whatever you do with it, you do with it. But I wanted to document the question, mark it off my to-do list, and put it out into the universe. I'm very, very, very curious what they do over there, if it can be applied to adults, if not to adults, which generally speaking, language learning things are very fluid from children to adults. If for some reason it can't be applied to adults, can we use those techniques with children in other countries so that they seem that comfortable, so they feel that comfortable learning languages, as opposed to like very awkward and self-conscious and feel like you're going to make a mistake every 2 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, so I've put it out into the universe. Wait, I want the satisfaction of chopping this off my list. I swear my language erosion is intense today. I'm going to scratch it off my list while I have you here. Oh my God, my lists are like a millionfold. There we go. Gone. It's gone. So now it's up to you guys. And when I go through my titles later, I'll notice that I haven't done it yet. So there you go. Thank you so much in advance for your feedback on this. I'm very curious to see where this all goes.